So we do have about 12 eggs here. We're gonna separate the egg yolks.
Okay.
Today we'll be making leche flan. So for our ingredients, we have our 12 egg yolks, our evaporated milk, our condensed milk, and half a cup of sugar and a vanilla bean. Now our half a cup of sugar, we'll just put that aside because that's for our caramel that we'll be using later on. Now let's put our ingredients together. So we have the evaporated milk, the condensed milk, and our 12 egg yolks. So just mix everything together, making sure everything is incorporated. Then we'll be adding our vanilla bean. Now I have this beautiful copper mold. I like this mold just because you could heat it over the stove and do your caramel. Now you could use 8-inch cake mold if you wish. Now this is a little bit bigger than I want it to be, so our flan will come out a little thinner. So in medium heat, just pour your sugar. You don't need to add water to this. It would just melt by itself and caramelize. I do prefer white sugar, do not use brown. So it would just melt by itself, and you might need to swirl it a little bit to help that caramelization. And do not walk away from this because you don't want to burn your caramel. And once you burn your caramel, it's gonna turn bitter and you have to start all over again. Make sure everything is melted. You don't see any grains or like a formed particles. Now we'll be pouring our custard over the mold. We're gonna strain it to make sure that there's no impurities, no eggshells or anything. You want it nice and creamy. At 325 degrees, the custard goes in the oven for about an hour 15 minutes. Just check. And of course, I did mention we're gonna put this in a water bath. So you'll know if your custard is done once you insert a toothpick and it's clean, or do the jiggle test and it doesn't jiggle anymore. So once it's done, make sure run a knife around your custard. The worst part of this is when you flip it and it breaks. So making sure that you run a knife around it, loosening it up a little bit. Then let the custard cool. Okay, once your leche flan has completely cooled, you'll be ready to flip this, and just be careful. Okay, we're gonna invert this. Make sure your platter is big enough, otherwise your caramel will spill. So this is a very tricky part. So we're gonna turn it over.
1, 2, 3, go.
And of course I spilled some, oh well. But at least the caramel turned out beautiful and tasty. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and please try it. Thanks for watching.